Hello there, what's going on? It's JB here, and if you're wondering why I'm not on Let's Talk Football this week, I went down with a bit of a flu and a bit of a cold. I'm still a little bit ropey today, but I'm a little bit better, so I'll be back on Let's Talk Football with my client. But his programme's on Saturday morning, so check it out. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to come on this morning, or this afternoon rather, and make a video was basically the shock announcement last night from Leicester City that they've sacked Claudio Ranieri as manager, which to me I find very, very disappointing, really, because this is a guy really that has taken Leicester City from bottom of the league 18 months ago and won them the league at odds of 5,000 to 1 last year. I mean, the players are similar. He inherited the same sort of players. I know they lost Kante in the summer to Chelsea, and obviously losing him made a little bit of a difference. But I didn't think it was going to make too much of a major difference to Leicester. I still thought the squad was good enough, but the thing I think with the owners is because they've sort of like achieved the success probably a bit earlier than what they thought. No one expected Leicester to win the league last season. Let's be fair, but Ranieri, he exceeded every expectation known to mankind, and he deserved every success. He got Manager of the Year, he got Coach of the Year, and the Sports Personality Awards, all that sort of thing, and every accolade did quite rightly and quite deservedly came this way. Now, this should have been. I think the team is good enough. They're not world beaters by any means. Leicester City, I mean, Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, they've been, people of that ilk who had a great season last year. I think they're to blame as much because they've been as rewards. They got massive, they got rich, bigger contracts. I mean, I think Vardy's on 100 grand a week or something stupid. I mean, good luck to the guys. You get the opportunity, but the players have got to get their head out the clouds, because if Leicester have got any chance of staying up now, they have really got to pull their finger out. I mean, I don't know what was said. I mean, they actually played very well, I thought, the other night in Seville in that Champions League game. Yeah, they had a bit of a nightmare first 45 minutes, but in the second half I felt they upped the game a little bit, and they got one back through Vardy, and I thought maybe their season might turn round. I mean, let's be fair, they're not Manchester United, they're not a superpower in English football. I mean, they're Leicester City, and they're a team that won the league unexpectedly last year. I know these King Power owners, they've got money to burn, but they haven't got the sort of history that a Manchester United or a Liverpool or an Arsenal or a Chelsea or a Tottenham have. And realistically, this was always going to be a tough season. I think they're a mid-table team at very best, Leicester City, but to dispose of their manager stinks. Now, I don't know what was said after the Seville game. They're in a much better position than what the likes of Barcelona and Arsenal are in their respective last 16 games. I mean, Arsenal lost 5-1 in Munich last week, and Barcelona lost 4-0 against Paris, and I can't see any of them two teams turning them games around in the second leg. But I could see Leicester getting back into it, but their game. But that's not the point. The point is they've sacked probably the best, most successful manager in their entire history. I know that the league form hasn't been great, but there was always going to be a bit of a come down after last season. They weren't going to win the league this year. I think the owners have lost all sense of reality, and that's a shame. I think really, the Leicester owners, whoever owns King Power, they need to wake up and smell the coffee and actually just, and come back down to reality, because this year was always going to be a tough ask for Leicester. It's alright winning it one year, but this defending the title is quite another thing, and I think Ranieri should have stayed till the end of the season. I think he's a good enough manager. He's managed at some of the biggest clubs in Europe. He's got the experience, he's got the know-how, he's got everything in his armoury. I would have given him till the end of the season. I think at this stage of the season, 13 games after the season to go, I think it's rather odd and rather risky from their owners to actually sack him. And it's a shame really, because that man deserves. Jamie Carragher is right. I don't normally agree with what half of what he says, but Jamie Carragher for once is right. That fella Ranieri should have a statue, not the P45, and I think it sticks. And I think honestly it stinks, quite frankly. It really does. As for the next manager, I mean the favourite's Ranieri. There's talk of Pearson maybe coming back. Martin O'Neill, will he leave the Republic? I don't know. But whoever comes in, they've got to lift those players, otherwise they will get relegated. But I think they've probably got rid of the best chance, the manager with the best chance of keeping them up, and that was Ranieri. I'm sorry, Leicester fans, but if you don't get a decent manager in pretty quickly, I know you've got Greg Shakespeare as a great coach, but is he good as a manager? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, if your owners don't get it right this time, Leicester fans, I can see your team sadly getting relegated, and that would be a shame. It would be a shame, but it's sad what's gone on at the King Power, and I think the players and the owners have also got to take some accountability. You can't just keep blaming the manager every time. Obviously, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but what I've been hearing on social media and stuff, that some of the senior players, I don't know who, have been obviously crying wolf to the club's owners behind Ranieri's back, and they've sort of stabbed the man in the back. This is the man that made them superstars. You know, I think Ranieri deserves a lot more respect, and I'm sorry, Leicester. You've just got rid of the best manager in your history, and it's going to take a long while for you to bounce back from this. I'll be amazed if you beat Liverpool on Saturday. I'm sorry, Leicester, but after this mindless decision, I'm afraid your team might end up getting relegated. That's my opinion. I feel sorry for the Leicester fans because they don't deserve it, and you know, it's more a dig at the owners rather than the Leicester fans. I feel sorry for the Leicester fans, to be fair. I mean, they've done really well. Avoided relegation 2 years ago, okay, at Burnley's expense, but they have the know-how to get out of it. And they went on and won the league against all odds. And I thought this year they might at least finish a good 10th or 11th maybe this year, or maybe top 8 or 9. But I didn't think they'd get anywhere close to winning the league. But there's obviously something gone on there. But I think Ranieri, they'd probably kiss goodbye to probably the bestest chance, the bestest manager possible to get him out of trouble. But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I think it's rather stupid, and I think it's rather odd for the owners, King Power, to get rid of probably Leicester's best ever manager. That's all I've got to say. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Please subscribe to the JB Clark YouTube channel. I will be back with my Clark next week. As I say, still, I apologise to the Lincoln fans for the outburst out a week ago for a cup victory, and you know, I still maintain that apologies, and I hope Leicester stay up, but it's going to be tough now after this news. And there we are. That's it from me. I'll see you very soon. Until then, take care and see you later.